One of the biggest sources of loss of power in a bicycle's transmission is the chain, its condition. This chain may appear to be black and well lubricated, but it doesn't function too well. It's getting dry, it runs noisily. It's not squealy yet, but borderline, and depending on how much load is placed on the chain, just some of the links might be squealy for a fraction of a second. This chain is already sapping me at least 5 watts of energy when I compare one of my best efforts against another one on the same course. So just listen to this chain. It runs noisily. It shifts alright, but as the chain gets drier or goes drier, it will shift with a little more hesitation or a little more delay. So far looks like it shifts alright. In this gear it's noisier than in this gear. Well, that very well may be due to cross chaining to some degree, but the chain is just too noisy, and if I put some more load on it, it might start to squeal. Camera might be able to pick this up. Maybe in this gear. Yeah, so this chain is at the borderline, just teetering at the edge of being audibly, clearly squealy. Another issue with this chain is that it's too long, it elongated too much, it stretched out too much, and it doesn't fit the chain ring too well. This is too much. This is not normal. It's getting a little too slack. Okay, so of course I've got my tools on the ground ready to replace the chain, but just before I do that, I wanted to shoot this video. So a chain that is about this loose vibrates sideways excessively at its resonant frequency. In some of the gears it vibrates more than in others. This sideways vibration is a completely unnecessary motion on the chain's part that doesn't need to be there, and is a further source of loss of power. Just take a look at it. So right now it doesn't seem to move sideways too much, but if I go faster, it does. There. In this gear at this RPM, it starts vibrating right now. And this vibration is felt through the frame, through the floor, through the entire frame of the bicycle. It's bad. Let's change gears. Thereabouts. At this frequency, it's bad. If I slow down and ease off, it's a lot less noticeable. So, especially under high loads or when sprinting, this sideways motion on the chain is sapping even more of my power output, and I don't want that. I want all of my power transmitted and registered on the indoor trainer at the back. And I have a new chain here fitted to the bicycle. You can still see the factory original light grey colored grease on it. I fitted this 11-speed Shimano chain on the bicycle, and you can compare and contrast the fit and the sound of the old versus the new. The old chain is in my hand here in this pickle jar and is ready to be discarded. Let's take a look at the fit first quickly. The new chain can also be pulled away from the chain ring slightly, not nearly as much as the old one, but whenever I do so, you can see a corresponding motion on the derailleur here at the tension pulley that is being pulled forward. As it's being pulled forward, the lower run of the chain is not going to go slack, and there you can see that motion on the derailleur. So on the old one, it could be pulled away from the chain ring without affecting the tension pulley. So let's have a listen. It's in the same gear on how the new chain sounds like. I have ridden yesterday 100 miles on this chain, and somewhere halfway through I had a number of sprints. One of them was over 1000 watts, 1054 watts or so. So the new chain obviously has some mechanical noise. It's nowhere near as bad as the old was. Shifting is done almost instantaneously. Really well, crisp shifting, I like it. And with less noise. And shifting gets done faster, like noticeably faster. As well as noticeable the less noise in any gear that this chain generates. At any speed I can go faster. Of course the mechanical noise will increase as I go faster, but it's nowhere near the same decibel as it was with the old chain, and there are no squealy links in this one, of course. And as I was able to sprint over 1000 watts, I don't know, 2.5 hours into a 100-mile ride, I can verify and say that my power figures are back where they maybe not should be, but where they typically are. So this chain is not robbing me too much of my output that I can exert on the pedal. No chain ever is perfect. There will always be some source of friction. Its efficiency is, I don't know, 98% when it's running in oil. So maybe on a bicycle its top efficiency is 95%. That's mechanical efficiency, as this one doesn't run in oil, in an oil bath, such as a timing chain inside the car's engine block runs in oil all the time. So that would be ideal conditions for a chain. This is a bicycle and runs in grease, in air. So this is as good as it gets. And a well-maintained chain obviously is not a major source of hindrance, and my power figures are back where they used to be. The new chain also vibrates sideways, but not nearly as much. It doesn't resonate as much and doesn't shake the frame that much. But it's still there. So it's a lot better. A lot better.